Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brad with Spike Fitness, and I want to do a quick little video, touch base again on this 501 attempt by Thor coming up on 2nd of May. There's been a lot of conversation kind of rolling out about this. I think it's interesting that recently Brian Shaw weighed in, Zydrunas Savickas weighed in, Robert Oberst weighed in, and the prevailing thought here from the strong men in strongman community is and I don't mean to emphasize the man piece, it's just whatever, but within the community, it appears as though the prevailing thought is that it either shouldn't count as a world record or that he shouldn't do it. And so irrespective, I think, of where you fall on that, I think it's interesting that these people seem to kind of pick and choose when they have a certain standard or when not, right? So even if you look back at Eddie Hall's attempt, there were certain things that were done kind of in his favor for him to be able to make the attempt that he made, right? So at what point do we cross the threshold where certain concessions or certain things that are done for the athlete, if in order for them to be best prepared to make the attempt? At what point have we crossed that threshold where, oh, well, that's just too much? It appears as though from many of the people that are kind of speaking out about this, that for him to pull it in his home gym is a bridge too far. But it is kind of interesting that they're kind of being picky choosy about what is the standard, and it's interesting that it's coming from an organization. You can't even call it an organization, but from a body that really has no formal organization and structure, right? Like the strongman community, there is no prevailing strongman organization that oversees everything and blesses off on world record attempts and so forth. And so without something like that, it's really hard to set a one size fits all standard for record attempts and things like that. And I just think it's interesting that through history, it's been kind of haphazard. And so now, with everything that's going on in the world at large, Hathor leaning forward and wanting to get this thing done, it seems like there's a lot of outspokenness against this, and I just think that that's interesting. Additionally, the thing that I thought was very interesting that I learned today was that Rogue Fitness, a huge giant in the equipment industry, has a heavy hand in a lot of the strongman implements and things like that, specifically for the Arnold Classic. They have signed on as a sponsor for this event. So Rogue is probably not without some measure of pull within the strongman community at large, right? Since they tend to make the equipment for one of the biggest events that there is in strongman, and they see this as something that they want to be a part of. Certainly by signing on as a sponsor or whatever. So I think that it's interesting that the community is kind of picky choosy, and I think that it's interesting that one of the biggest companies that supports strongman at large is on board with what's going on. I want to know what your thoughts are. Leave me a comment in the box below and let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with what Thor is doing? Do you not? Do you agree with one of the or some of the other people who have spoken out about Hathor leaning forward with this, or where do you kind of stand on this? And more importantly, I'd like to know if there's been a point with this where you've flopped, where it was you were leaning one way and then now maybe lean another, either for or against. I'd just be interested to hear what, if anything, that has been said or expressed so far in kind of the back and forth with the powers that be and the individuals involved. There's been anything that's kind of stood out to your mind and really changed your opinion on the matter. Personally, I don't care where Thor does this. I could pull it in his father's basement. I don't care if he does it at a big meet or not. I don't care if there's other competitors, as long as there's some measure to ensure the the veracity of the materials that he's using and the weight it weighs what it said they say it weighs. As long as there's some measure to ensure some transparency with that, I don't care. I'd like to know what you guys think. How wrapped around the axle are you about it? It'd be interesting to hear. And I genuinely hope that Thor doesn't listen. I hope that he doesn't pay any attention to anybody else that's talking about this and trying to urge him not to do this. I hope he does it. I hope he leans forward and gets it done. and I hope he smokes the record. Anyway, what do you guys think? That's it. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, drop in the chat box below. I'll be sure to respond. I continue to, be very interested in this. So as more comes out, you can expect another video or a couple from me in reference to this topic. But definitely interested in how things unfold and strength in general. And I think I'm just very grateful to have something for us all to be excited about, if for nothing else. Yeah, guys. Continue to support the channel with the likes, shares, and subscribes. It means a lot to me, and I want to thank every one of you who've subscribed recently and joined the channel. Appreciate you finding us. Appreciate you sticking around. And if you've checked out a video or two and haven't subbed up yet, I wish that you would. It'd be nice to have you stick around for a while. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, lean forward, set world records. Even if people don't want you to do it, you got to get in and train despite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way, and hope that you continue to find the way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.